What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I thank you guys very much for tuning in. We have some stuff to show you guys and some stuff to do, mostly just to show you guys because I did some work on Friday and I didn't pick up the camera because I don't know. I don't have an answer. But sometimes you just want to wrench and do stuff and then you don't think to pick up the camera. I thought about it a couple times and then didn't. It happens. So, a couple things to go over. Did some minor stuff on this guy. I finally put the tow hook on that I've had for like 2 years and never installed it. It's this little aluminum tow hook. Somebody gave it to me and there's only really one good spot to go to that won't just rip off, and that is the frame rail. So through bolted it, should do. So finally have a tow hook on this thing. I've needed one for a while and now I have one. Then over here, the water pump, you guys saw the Davis Craig one we were putting in the last video. It is in. I was able to get a straight fitting onto there and it just fits, like literally just fits. Look at that. I just had to notch a little bit out of the bumper and it works. So that was cool. Some of you guys suggested to do this and I'll show you guys why I didn't originally plan to do this, but somehow it was able to work. Just need to do some wire management here and it should be good. I know you guys were worried if I wheelie, I'm gonna hit it, but if I wheelie enough to hit this, we have bigger problems than the water pump. Like the whole front of the car probably breaking in half when I come down would be the bigger problem. So originally I didn't think I could do that because I thought that it was this dash 12 fitting coming off of there and then I would have to put a dash 12 to 16 to the 16. It would be like multiple pieces to get it to work and then the fittings would just push it too far out. But I got lucky because once I really started tearing into it, I realized that it was a 16 already in there. I just had to put the bigger 16 fitting into there and call it a day. So that helped. That made it really easy. I still have some of the other stuff I ordered, like this 90, and I may end up using it on chip because we're doing the same pump on chip, so may end up using it still. Super simple, very happy with that. The pump works, I can show you guys. There you go, she's ripping. You can see the rule pump is still in there. I just unhooked it from here and then turned it to the side so it's not interfering with anything. I am still on the fence whether I want to pull it out because really it's not hurting anything. It's not inconveniencing me in any way. And it is kind of a backup pump almost at that point because it's just these two wires to make it work. So I don't know, maybe I'll just leave it. Maybe I'll pull it out. Doesn't hurt me to leave it. Added a nice little Florida flag up there. It looks crooked, but the whole building's actually crooked, so don't mind that. It has been a wet few days out here. Lawn is freshly mowed. It is soaking wet right now, but this car needs to start and get some idle time on it because did an oil change, pulled all the plugs just to check them, check the plug gap, make sure that they were good, put them all back in. You don't want to let your injectors sit for very long without getting any idle time on them. So these injectors need a little clearing out. Trying to preserve it for FL2K. Save it for more fun times. Because like I've told people, making passes solo isn't very fun. Making passes when there's a person in the lane next to you, that's pretty fun. Okay, what do you guys think? Is she gonna start up? Or are we gonna have to get the jump pack on there or something? Not sounding, maybe. This battery is pretty impressive. There we go. Also, I do have Camaro t-shirts available on the website, cooperbogetti.com. If you go on the website, buy t-shirts, I will take the Camaro drag racing. Oh yeah, getting some heat into her, making sure everything is good. And everything sounds just as healthy as the day I picked it up from induction. Coolant temp 158, oil temp, oil pressure 45 degrees, 45 psi at solid, at idle. Very happy. She's ready to go. Just needs some, just need a reason to go bring it out. So my plan is to have at least 2 more test days before FL2K. FL2K is October 7th to 9th, so we have a good amount of time before then to get some testing on it, and that should be perfect. Well, you guys know I love the Junkyard. I'll take any excuse to go there that I can. And I just looked, the local one by me has 3 Camaros that should fit this body style and have these mirrors. And if you see here, this mirror has actually, you know, pretty much crapped out on me. So it's been epoxied by previous owners, one of the 50 previous owners, a few times. And it's pretty much just trashed. It's cracked, it's got these tow mirrors. The other one is falling out too. So I never could adjust them. I've been on the hunt for mirrors for a while. These ones are done, game over. So I'm gonna go and try to get some new mirrors. All right, at the Junkyard. I love coming to this place. It's just enjoyable to walk through, see the cars. There's actually a good amount of LS's in here right now. Here's a Uncle Rob style Yukon, I believe, with a nice LS. A lot of Gen 3 stuff though. That's usually what gets left behind, but now LS's cost so much, even the Junkyard ones, that it's just insane. Those prices are out of this world. Anybody else notice that lately? That Junkyard LS engines with 300,000 miles on them now cost $2 grand. Let's see. Haven't really looked where the car is that I'm looking for yet, but just poking around. See what they got. Oh man, that's a cool box truck. Van. It's really wet out here. I would hate to have to pull a motor. Look at this Camaro. Oof, this 3rd gen just chopped up. I wonder why it got chopped like this. Maybe some kind of fireman testing, because the seats were pulled out. Oh, it's got a nice distributor on it. I don't own a 3rd gen nor plan on owning a 3rd gen, but there's some parts here if anybody needs them. Dang, this thing had some red stripes on it. Alright, I should probably figure out what I need before it starts raining. I just get too caught up looking at cars in the Junkyard. If you guys, I've said this before, if you guys have never been to a Junkyard, recommend it. They're pretty awesome. Pretty great. There's always some cool stuff to see. What's this guy? Oh. These are kind of cool, these Vortec 4200s. I've always liked these motors. They're interesting, kind of like an inline 6-cylinder. That's funny. Kind of like the you know, inline 6 of America, because we didn't get really many inline 6s. The only problem is they didn't get the aftermarket support, so they kind of suck for that reason, you know. LSs are so great because you can hop on any website and order so much LS parts, but those 4200s, it's sad, you just can't. It is so wet out here. Oh my goodness. Usually the back row has some interesting stuff. They showed that they just got a Camaro in this month, So that could be good. But $19.99. Doesn't say the color on their website, unlike the LKQ that show a picture of the car. So you're just kind of hoping for the best. I really mostly need the driver mirror. At this point, I don't care what color it is. Oh, it's a Fox body, but it's a hatchback. Nobody cares about the hatchbacks. There's another New Edge Mustang over there. Convertible, nobody likes those. S197 Mustang, I believe. Oh, there's New Edge, that's me. Or there's a SN95, that's me. Somebody came and took the spindles. That's funny. See, remember this was my whole thing? Spindles? There's some here. Those are good ones. A lot of people like these 5-lug conversions for Fox bodies. There's another New Edge right here. I found a section of the least desirable Porsches on the market. Oh, these things are freaking not exactly everyone's favorite. They have their own cool factor to them, but most people genuinely don't like them. They are pretty cool. A lot of people LS swap these. I like this body style. This one's pretty cool. It's like very like RX-7 looking. But that motor looks strange to work on. Little guy, the heck is this? A midget? This thing's super cool. It's a shame it's sitting in a junkyard like this. Oh man, this thing is rusted out as can be. But this thing would be a really cool car to own, a little midget like this. I've always liked very tiny cars because it kind of goes against the American way. Not that I like to go against the American way, but it goes against like the norm of having a gigantic 6,000 pound vehicle, because that seems like the norm. That's what I grew up with. Dang, this makes me sad. A freaking Saturn S-Class. It's auto, but these things are cool. I want one of these. Wagon. I want a stick shift white Saturn S-Class wagon. These S-Classes are just the best. If you don't know about them, you're sleeping. Okay, well I found another Camaro, and this one was in an accident in the junkyard. Like, it was put up and then fallen off. It's a tough break. These mirrors are pretty crusty, but they work. Look at that. Oh, this guy was out here. Some murder tools, it looks like. Let's see what. Is it locked? Man. Oh, it's got a pedal thing on it. Maybe I need that. Stick shift car. This is basically the same thing as my Camaro, but nicer color. Okay, the only unfortunate thing is that one's going to be hard to get to. These were electric, so nicer than mine. These are nice. The white, I could always just paint them black like mine are. Huh. It's a good candidate. If I can get to the other one. These poor doors. The chances of getting that other one are basically not existent, which sucks. This hood's kind of cool. It's got some character to it. Look at the dash for all you Camaro guys out there. Can you see that? Millions of pieces. Okay, I know there's another one in here. Guys, this is the perfect Camaro. Not really, it's not the right color. Black would be preferred, or the tan that my car is, but these are in really nice shape. Like super nice all around. Yeah, so probably just gonna paint them black just so they match, and I mean the green obviously wouldn't go very well, so let's grab my tools. I already pulled one off. Tools are cutter and 2 different 10mm. Actually I have a third one in my pocket, but that's all I got. This is actually a pretty nice car. It's probably great in its heyday. Does that say 30th anniversary on the back seat there? And these, ooh, fancy. You just have to pull these guys off. There you have the screwdriver, but you don't need a screwdriver. You guys wanted to see me working. The trick is to leave the wire so that it can't fall very far. Should have used my ratchet. Come on. Come on, donor Camaro. Oh no, the midget. Wonder where it's going. We just caught it. Okay, we got them now. Two nice, fresh, very well kept mirrors versus the ones that are on there. I won't have any more tow mirrors. I can actually adjust these and see, so that'll be nice. But huge thank you to this Camaro for, I don't know, crashing, I guess. I don't know what it could have hit. Maybe like something that was just tall enough to hit the top, just tall enough to hit the hood. I mean, it looks like you could have just put a hood on this thing and carried on with your day, but they decided to wreck it. There's some more panels. Yep, nothing good back here. What's this guy? Security? Oh, theft deterrent. Classic 90s car. So, not the best deal, I'll admit, going to the junkyard. They are $55 for very well used mirrors. Those were in good shape, but some obviously could be in much worse shape. But $55 for two used 1999 Camaro mirrors is a little steep. You can go online and get them for like 45 bucks or 50 bucks, 60 bucks I saw. But the problem is most of those aren't OEM. There's a few companies that sell OEM ones, but the majority are repops. And I've just never had as good of luck with a, you know, aftermarket part like that versus what GM made. Some of you guys might understand that, some of you guys might not, but there's just something, you always get you get better quality on stuff like that with the GM OEM mirrors versus some repop stuff. I need fuel. Oh my, these gas prices are insane. Look at that. $3 and what is that, 17 cents for diesel? Oof, it's gonna hurt. This is gonna be like $100 fill up. Pray for me. Say a prayer for me and my ridiculous desire to drive a 2500 diesel as a daily driver. Don't pray for me, I'm an idiot. Well, I may be getting molested at the gas pump with no lube, but at least they had a deal on Yoo-hoo. 2 for $2.22. It's a good deal. Ice cold. $99. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wouldn't be surprised if my credit card company called me up and asked if there was a crime being committed right now. I would tell them yes. Alright, I'm gonna go home and, I don't know, eat some lint that I find under my couch because I just spent all my money on gasoline. Well, diesel, but close enough. Alright, don't forget to have a Yoo-hoo today, guys. They're delicious. Okay, well, these look like they are going to make a much better addition to the car. I just got to clean them. They're really dirty. And then maybe sand them down or just hit them with some paint because anything will look better than this. Man, it's a real shame that these are green. If they were like any other Camaro color, I would almost put them on. Like, almost any other color. Probably not, but this green is really nicely painted. Like, these are nice. They were clearly freshly repainted. When I took them off, I could tell. You could see there's some drip marks on the side, and the bottom hasn't really been painted all that well because most people, when they paint a car, they have what is known as painter's knee, where they, you know, take one knee and they paint like this, and then anything low doesn't get it. You can see my mirrors have been painted or on there. Look at that. Nice. Let me show you guys this painter's knee right here. So top and front, not terrible. A little bit of overspray on the mirror. Bottom, boom. Not touched. Yeah. You know, it's only 3 bolts to take this off. But I guess when there's a mechanism in there, it's a little bit harder, but yeah. The green doesn't look terrible. It looks like little elf ears. Little elf ears. Okay, so they are hung in the little makeshift paint booth here. I got some gloss protective enamel. I like this stuff. It's been pretty good. Rust-Oleum's always been my go-to for spray paint. Should I stick with what everybody else did and not paint the bottom? Well, I decided to move them into this room so they could dry, because this room has AC and it's not as humid as the other side. The other side does not have AC, obviously. That's why I keep them separate. But put this little rod here, and now they're just gonna sit here and dry overnight. I want them to be as dry as possible. I'm trying to rush it, but better off just waiting. So we will put these on tomorrow and see how they look. So definitely excited for that. I can't wait to see what this thing looks like with some actual nice glossy mirrors. And now I know a lot of you guys are gonna start saying things in the comments like, oh my gosh, you just spray painted those? That's not gonna look good. That looks terrible. First off, look at the old ones. Second off, look at the rest of the car. You guys think the spray painted mirrors is what's gonna ruin the aesthetics of this car? Guys, please. Please, guys. But that's enough of that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep it saucy. I'll see you next time.